Hey everybody, welcome back. We're playing some Super Auto Pets, and I played a little bit on stream today too. I'm just going to tell you, this weekly, some weeklies are about innovating, some weeklies are about executing. I think this weekly is about executing, and I also think, why did I rearrange them as if it's going to matter? It'll be the nasty socks. I'm like, I don't know if a fish in the middle really works here. Let me move an equivalent statted mosquito up there instead. I think that could make all the difference. I also think today is Tuesday. I want to knock out as many Super Auto Pets videos as possible today because my expectation is that tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, people are going to go sicko mode on this, and it is going to be a very inhospitable weekly unless you have a team full of 50-50s on like turn 12. So we ran anti-moth technology up at the front. It is the sort of thing that I think it makes a difference here. We're going to have full HP and one trophy. That's pretty nice. But really, what are we looking for? If I'm being honest with you, you want to level up a mosquito and get a giraffe. There might be something to that, but we also want to get another level up on turn 5 and get a dragonfly or a bison. One of those two gives us a real shot. Otherwise, we're kind of moving, just looking at it. Maybe try something like that. Otherwise, I would say we're kind of moving uphill right now. But I mean, it's only turn 3. It might be a little bit of a solved weekly in that sense, but I would still say we have longer than turn 3 before we have to get scared, before we have to exactly fit into the archetype. For now, though, would I broccoli you? You're probably gonna get some stats. I'll give you 2 quick broccolis, just because we're not really doing anything else on this turn. Next turn, we want to see a fish toot sweet, and then level up into a scaling unit. It can only really be a dragonfly, I think, but maybe a penguin could also get something done. I don't know, maybe not. Great early game here. 3 wins, full HP, but we gotta... Now is when the scalers are gonna come home to play. I would roll. Giraffes are scalers. I don't know if you knew that. A lot of people don't know that, but there you go. Not another giraffe. I would... Start me here. I think, listen, I haven't like spent a lot of time trying to build a mental model for how this works. I just take the scalers when I see them. What I would say is that it's my estimation that if we, I'm going to get killed by someone got a cheeky elephant. Their name is Your Elephant Build Sucks. That's a slap in the face. That's kismet right there. If we don't get huge scaling units by the time huge scaling units show up for other people, we probably lose. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to bet on us getting a level next turn anyway. Might be a bit of a hard ask, but it's done. We got some stats too. Let's actually scale our dragonfly. Why the dragonfly, you may ask? Well, I don't think our flamingo is necessarily long for this world. The dragonfly, on the other hand, is probably going to stick around. We really want either flamingo or mosquito, but preferably mosquito to go to the next level. Oh, so close. To get to level 3, because they'll get the dragonfly buff then. I honestly think we're actually off to a really great start here. This is nice. This is nice. I don't think you need a mosquito leveled up here. Or a pineappled up, I should say. That being said, you know what? Let's start me here. I'm trying to think. Tier 4s and up will get levels. Nothing special here, though. I think what we wanted, basically, at some point, the clownfish is going to fall off first, because we're not going to get as many levels once we start committing the units. So you sell your clownfish to pivot either to a penguin or a monkey, and either one would probably be fine. And then maybe at some point you also sell... Come on. Well, there is a penguin. Wait, you know what? It's probably better to do it sooner rather than later. You may sell a giraffe to run like a crocodile or something. Level 3 mosquito. Ideal shop in the next round, without a doubt, if I could get... chocolate or a dragonfly, and I actually feel like we're... Wait, it's always scary to be like we're guaranteed to get 10. but we're certainly looking like real slick with it right now. I think that early level 2 giraffe, just like, and the clownfish just tipped the balance enough for us to have like a seamless sort of ride here. I like it. It's tempting to think we'll be overriding our giraffe at some point. So I think you say no. You say cooler heads have to prevail. You definitely buff your dragonfly. So let's take a look at this. Let's audit it for a second, okay? You're going to buff. Let me look at our penguin levels here. 2 level 2 and 3 friends get 2 and 2. Why is that so hard for my brain to parse? If we were to sell giraffe and flamingo, we could start to. It's a heavy unwind though. I think we do like the idea of a walrus coming out there just because obviously that's like the best piece of equipment in the game. It might also get the buffs from the dragonfly. If the penguin gets them, that's okay. We need equipment next, I would say. Like melons could really make the difference for us. But that's also what the walrus is here doing for us as well. Now this is gonna run wild on us. That's for sure. I have lost to some summon teams this week. I previously thought that summon builds would be like untenable. But I have seen them this week. And you know what? That might be a good reason to start unwinding here and throw a crocodile on. Or that might be a heavy overreaction early. I suppose it could go either way. Man, this is a tough one. I was thinking we want a level 2 walrus, but maybe we want a level 2 penguin and a level 2 crocodile instead. Holy cow, they even put their turkey in position 4. It's like they knew I was coming. The summon teams. The summon teams, they're here. So you gotta say it in a more dramatic voice. They're here. Who? The summon teams. Freeze the whole shop. Did I rebuke scaling too quickly? I'm hoping the answer is no, but I could be mistaken. Okay, this is not a summon team. Did we screw up the orca? A little bit. Hey, dude, it's so nice to see an ant. I haven't seen an ant in so long. And I mean, I wish it was under better circumstances, but more power to you, I guess. Okay, my new thinking is try this and roll once. And I mean, I got nobody to blame but myself. We actually had like pretty smooth sailing until I started talking about pivoting. But maybe that's coincidence or maybe it's a strategic error. I don't know. Thank you for breaking that. I think, do we still lose? Maybe not. Thank you. Thank you. We needed everything to go our way there just to draw. And that's a pretty horrible sign, I think. How about you move up? And then take a melon yourself? You would be a highest priority. Then you'd roll once to see if you got chocolate. We didn't. Probably move your crocodile up a little bit statistically. I don't know. It doesn't seem that bad. It seems like it's built for draws, but we might get lucky, and if we pop some equipment, maybe we get some win. I don't know. I'm looking at their team, and all of their units are better than all of my units. And they've got tomatoes on everybody. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, no! That hurts. To only get 6 on... I'll tell you, on Monday, I think that's a 9 or a 10. On Tuesday, it's a 6. It's amazing how fast the world comes at you these days. Now, I love the shops. I love the spotted celebrities. There they are. There they are. We mathematically must... Never mind. There are very high odds that we would win that one, but that's okay. I'm not mad. Actually, this is great, too. Run this, move it back, freeze me, freeze me. What we would love to see, level the mosquito. The mosquito gives us a clownfish. By the clownfish, run the fish. What's happening here? Thank you. Okay, we're going to win this one. Don't call your team the Tasty Step family. Throw some panache in it, like the spotted celebrities. That's not a clownfish. That ain't Falco. Sheep's okay. I'd be persuaded to run a sheep on the squad. A smoking a pancake. You should go here. Sure. Right now, I don't want to get your hopes up for the most boring run of all time. This looks an awful lot like a prospective bison build to me. I know, everyone's like, oh, Pog, we love AFK head empty scaling. Well, then this might be the run for you, quite frankly. I would roll. I'm looking for levels. Okay, thank you so much. Now, much like last time, I feel like a dragonfly would be really good here. It's a little early for the bison. Why they got their hero beetle killing himself? For no value. He gets all those stats, but then nothing happens. Just to meme on me, maybe. Okay. Actually, you are an insanely great unit. Pop me down. Buy me. Sell me. Buy me. And now I really think the buffalo can do it almost by itself this week, especially getting it on the level up, so it gets to get started a little early. And we're gonna make a little gamble here, and the gamble is that our front moth, even as a 2/1, will 1-for-1, and the gamble has paid off. And I feel like a freaking genius. Feel like the world's smartest man in the emoji casino today. We combine. I would roll. You want to see good, like, buyable sellables. But if they don't exist, like, this is still, like, kind of prospective and potentially good. If we get levels in our future. You could sell for a stork, but I think that's totally fine. We would sell a fish or something instead. In fact, we should just sell a fish or a mosquito right now, I think. Let's do mosquito. I just think the mosquito is... It's better if the fish doesn't get to level 3. It's better than the fish. But I think that the fish probably will get to level 3. And then we could sell a fish and we'll be happy with that very nice statistical boost we got. This is a mission failed situation for sure. I'm not gonna punch through, you're gonna punch through. That's a big ox. I gotta give you credit for your big ox. Especially here on Valentine's Day, it seems fitting. We do want buyable sellables. You should level. That's insanely great. Okay, I think the fish has to go then. It's only a 6/5, it never got there. We would have sold the mosquito there anyway, no big deal. Sell me, give me a free reroll. No big buyable sellables. No big buyable sellables. Here you gotta make a move one way or the other, so give me a buy. Give me a sell. Give me one of these. And I think we want to get buffalo popping. It does seem like a weekly where you don't necessarily need to spread out your eggs across multiple baskets if you don't have the option. And I would say we don't have the option. Now, do we keep the clownfish? It is a nice scaler. You could maybe get rid of the moth. I hate to say it. Just because the skunk has, like... It has utility for us. Could buy this for, like, a little stat gain. Which we're not really going to use at all, but... We're mostly buying it for the buffalo anyway. Do I like anything here? I don't really like anything enough. I like this enough to maybe sell. I guess I'd rather sell it while there's less animals available in the tiers. It'd give us a better chance of a level up, but alas. Okay, what are we going to have here? 21-22 buffalo. I like it against big units. I hate it against spawners. Oh, they ran a scorpion. A scorpion in position 2. It's genius. I don't even know what to say. I tip my hat to you. The position 2 scorpion. An interesting way to play the game. Sell me. Buy me. I'm still happy with my buffalo. Chocolate me. Sell me. This is a decision. I don't think it's going to be the most beloved one I've ever made. Let's put it that way. But you got to do something in this life. Sell me. Buy me. Freeze me. And we're putting all of our eggs into one basket. Ooh, but what a basket it is. Now, I will say, we don't really need to level up the bison or the buffalo anymore. Like, it's gonna get there. Losing this to this team is actually hilarious, and I feel bad about myself. They did what I did, but better. You know what? We're going absolutely psychotic mode. I don't know what I was thinking there. Buy this, and we're gonna do. Might not be the most popular decision. Yes, never mind. It was all worth it. We're gonna do some crazy scaling to try to get our leopard off the ground. The problem with the leopard is that it's slow to get started. But if we could get it to level 2 on the next turn with all these... wait, what a hit, too. I really appreciate that one. You probably just saved your own existence, too, so it's not entirely in, you know, benevolent of you. But still, I'm happy with it either way. Now, get to level 2. Sell me. Don't hit this. Don't, okay, actually, that was fine. Don't hit the weaker monkey. That's... I'll take it. We know we're giving this to you no matter what. You might as well enjoy it. I would say for now you can run Walrus. Although we have to be careful with its positioning. We don't really want it to be there. Because we want you to be here. I also think, and it's a bit spicy, but I think maybe if our Leopard... I mean, I shouldn't necessarily be talking about it maxing out yet, but if our Leopard was able to max out, a gorilla getting the same benefits from this double monkey scaling could go kind of crazy. I think we kind of pulled ourselves out of the muck a little bit. I'm feeling pretty good. Very nice. I still think you should just be taking the buffs now. You need a chili pepper maybe instead of a melon? No, I think you should take a chili pepper. Like a pineapple is such a non-meaningful portion of damage here. Like you're doing 33 damage now. We don't really need to add another 10% to that for just a little bit of gold. I would snooze it. Feeling okay. That's 8. This is our weak spot. Like we'd love to combine you into like a level 3 monkey or something. Or just combine you and then add something more important to the back. You could run 2 level 2 monkeys if you have to. No pineapple. No, not necessary. Skunk makes some sense, don't get me wrong. I was kind of hoping to get like a melon to put on our buffalo. Because it only takes like one bad team to really, you know, throw us into a tizzy here. Although we do have 2 life, which is kind of crazy. For some reason, I thought we were on lethal. Melon. And a very small buff for you two. It would be pretty sick if this came through, because we don't run that many Leopard builds. It takes like the perfect setup. I think it's gonna work, dude. And actually, you having a bunch of flies and then all this melon armor, that was like a huge get for us. Your flies ruined your life. I know it sounds like I'm gloating, but do you know how many times your flies ruined my life? Okay, big Leopard. Not a common outcome. Feeling good. Feeling better about myself. Not a big goose guy necessarily, but it is what it is. Let's go with a very pivotable 2-3 here. I'll be like a nasty foot. We had the nasty socks. You might be wondering the origin story of the nasty socks. Get ready for Ant-Man and the nasty feet coming this round to Super Auto Pets. Listen, round 1, we do what we can with the shops we have, okay? Similarly, I don't really care about an iguana, but it leveling is nice for us. And I stand by my order here. I do. Great minds think alike, I suppose. Wait a minute. That's a draw. Okay. I'm happy to be on full HP. Now the real round begins. Do we get giraffes? That's question 1. No giraffe. Shrimp me. Sell me literally like just to make space. I should have bought woodpecker first, but buy woodpecker. I know we're running 4 squatted. I'd do it again. You should be bought. This is now... And you got to be careful with this one. I say that knowing I'm not going to be careful. But all I'm trying to say is, typically... that's a disaster for me. Typically what happens to me is I say I buy one shrimp and I say in my own brain, don't only buy shrimp. Like, feel free to take a break from this shrimp at some point. You could say, hey, even though I've got a level 2 shrimp, I don't think this run's going to make it with shrimp. And then pivot to something, you know, that's more efficient at scaling. What I'm probably going to do is say that, and then the shrimp will still be on my team when this game is over. And I think you probably already knew that. And that's okay. I've had 10 pieces. I've had 8 pieces with shrimps and starfish this week. I don't think it's the preferred build, but we'll have some fun with it either way, okay? At least there's buy-sell ability. It's a rarer archetype these days. I would say this is a gimme. Sell me into the woodpecker's fine. Now, what are we doing here? Probably, I would recognize that the bison means that the bison's existence means goose is okay here. The iguana is probably not long for this world. Even though it's a 3/8, its value gets lower as the game goes on. Probably want to buy me. Sell me. Penguin's pretty good here because it also gives us the attack, which is nice. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of feeling it, man. I don't necessarily think our squad is that good right now, but the woodpecker will... I mean, it could 3 for 1 on round 3. Unfortunately, they had some units behind them. Well, it 2 for 1s. Holy cow, that's a strong possum, but we still win. Pineapple woodpecker goes crazy in the early game. Okay, sell into woodpecker. Buy me. Sell me. Sell me. At least the goose, like, you know, there's a little bit of viability there. And I'm not big on the, you know, get a level 2 penguin and then buy waffle strat. Mostly because I've never done it, probably, but that's not going to change this time either. As you can see. Hero beetle, kind of an underrated sellable, the hero beetle. It's basically for 2 gold, we get 1 permanent attack, and right now we're getting 2 permanent HP as well. That's nothing to sneeze at, man. You could catch me not sneezing at that. It's not a traditional sellable unit in my world because it doesn't have a sell trigger, but it's got something. Scaler? Oh, that's a scaler. Oh, how delightful. I would say, for now, buy me, freeze me. We didn't really get any sales on this one, but the hero beetles will do better as sellers if they stick around for a round or 2. That's why I prioritize, like, not selling them. That didn't kill you, huh? It's 2 for 1. It's quite the dog, though. It's a big dog. We're going to lose this one. Not by much. Not by much. Okay, sell me. Don't buff the other hero beetle. Beautiful. Sell me. Buy me. I would say even this is a pretty good buy, right? It's a random 2/2. I guess I wouldn't turn up my nose at it. The only other thing I'd be spending my money on is like rerolls anyway. And then salad would only buff you. Alrighty. You know, I'm going to freeze the dragonfly for now. I don't expect it to be great. But if we got it to level 2, like in the next shop, I would feel okay about it, I think. And the goose, in case you're wondering what the modus operandi on the goose is, basically it has good stats. So I can't afford to sell it. Though it pains me so. I don't think we're pivoting to a summoning team. This is the round where, like, monkeys could show up. So you really feel like a dragonfly might be too slow. But the flip side of that is, here I am. Very important. Dude, what if... what if? You know? The gorilla is going to get scaled by the dragonfly. It's not a lot. But if the theme right now is like slightly unusual runs, then, I mean, this is an unusual one. That's for darn sure. Leopard is unusual for me. It might not be unusual for you. Okay, 2 life to get this gorilla working. I don't think we can really afford to go with the level 3 shrimp, unfortunately. Though I wish it made sense. Okay, that's important. There is a part of me that thinks, what if you ran you here? You'd get hit twice. It would take away a hit you do on the opponent, but then you'd get a guaranteed coconut armor. Maybe it's not enough. And you know what? I don't think this is... Oh, but the donut could guarantee that you get the buffs from the dragonfly if you're not guaranteed to get them already. Maybe there's something to this. We're going to need, you know, some fairly miraculous situations to come to pass. Because we're going to be on lethal. I mean, that's a heavy scaling team right there. Keep in mind, we've only had the dragonflies, like, very briefly. We are on round 6, but, like, this is kind of it, man. I don't think our gorilla's quite strong enough, unfortunately. If our gorilla had the stats that our goose had, I might feel a little differently, but obviously it does not. Yeah, we're never going to get to see the coconut armor work. What a sad story. And you know what? They made a hyena work. I got to give them some credit. I think it was a sane pivot. Not necessarily for getting to 10, but we saw a potential chance and we took it. It wasn't like we were just, you know, freeballing, playing jazz. Like we were just playing a song that we knew all the notes to. It was just not a good song. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps it a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!